I mean, I just don't understand how in one breath it's don't police my body, but then with said body, you don't even want to protect it.
Let's talk about it.
I want people to have fun. Let's kick back. Let's get into a little tea. Let's not get too crazy, but let's enjoy the sip.
Clock that tea.
But let's get to the chi-chi, the kiki, the internet bull.
When you mention them kids, you finna get that ass beat.
Akbar, where your kids at? They still separated all over town. What happened?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro.
What the hell?
Tasiki, I thought y'all made up. What, like, Tasiki, you get on my nerves. Go sit down. Go sit down.
You know what I mean? So I don't look down on them because I'm a celebrity. These are still women.
Okay. Ak Burger. Candy cousin. Candy is a celebrity. Akbar, you was on a couple of seasons of Love and Hip Hop.
Ready? Yep, I like this playing with the hair looking back.
It's giving real catalog. It's giving real Sears, real JCPenney, real call this number at 2 a.m. in the morning, real housewife, real moo-moo. It's giving Big Mama your arm.
Fitness, sobriety, and the Bible. That's all I'm striving for.
But some old hair.
Girl, bye. Tokyo Tony's daughter, you supposedly changed, but yeah, you want to love hip hop. Girl, bye. Your boyfriend cute in an ugly type of way. He cute. He got a big ass nose. No colorism. Because y'all know how y'all be doing. Not y'all, but y'all.
On these amazing ways with you looking amazing on our husband wife stuff.
Is he gay? No shade. He giving me real Atlanta. What's the gospel nigga that be singing? You're with me. Oh, yeah. Church ain't going nowhere. JP, are you with me? Whatever his name is. His son. Don't he look like him?
But every day we're monitoring her closely and things are getting better. But
it's giving Coach D. Yeah. Diana, what you doing out there loving hip hop Miami, girl? What happened to Bring It? I thought you brought that shit back.
Are you Dr. Mc? No, this is not Dr. McDad. This is Dr. Chad. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. He had to go up to Virginia.
He's cute, but gay. TJ would be interested in him. Oh. Well, yes. That's not a shocker.
I feel like there's been a lot of focus on me, and we haven't talked about Jesse's man.
Oh,
is this your future husband?
Oh, Stacey, you're messy.
Who is he?
Don't cry, Camila. Don't cry. Don't cry.
Mila, come on.
Bitch, why you crying? Ain't you a bad girl? Ain't you a baddie? You want to cry in this house, but you want to be online yapping it at Mariah Land.
I don't even want to be on camera.
He either smells like bologna or Old Spice. I just know it. But he is so sexy. I would have to swallow him up.
But I don't want to make it about money or anything, because I'm not rich. They are.
Right. Camilla said, I only cash one Zeus check. I love my man because he do me messy. I like the way you are. 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 Excuse me. Because I spy with my little queer eye. Who is that right there? Who is that right there next to the Zeus logo? Who is that right there next to the Zeus logo with the skinny ass braids? Who that? Who that? I would like to know it. I would like to know who he is. What is going on, y'all? It's got Santana, aka Chi. And chat, we are back for another Let's Talk About It social commentary edition. Because, girl, we got some things to talk about. Now, y'all remember that little intro that I used to do where I was on screen and I basically said, you know, I need critical thinkers to the front. Yeah, see, this is one of them videos where I'm gonna need critical thinkers to the front, okay? Because I know I've been wrapped up in baddies and not really too much given the other commentary or social commentary, but that's what this channel was founded upon, okay? I have opinions more than just when it comes to Jayla Luther King and Gretch and the baddies and Natalie Nunn. No, it's real things that I be wanting to talk about. And this is one topic that I've been wanting to talk about for years now. Hence why I keep starting up a podcast every other 3 to 6 business months. But this has been a topic that's been on my mind. Okay. And it actually came up on my feed today twice, not once, but twice. It came up on Instagram as I was searching for topics, but it also came up on my Twitter. So I said, oh yeah, we definitely got to talk about it today. And I'm just letting you know now, I'm going to piss some of y'all off, but I don't give a fuck. This is my channel. Okay, you want somebody to hear your opinion? You start your own. Okay, but I'm gonna say how I feel because I feel like in 2025 people don't. Okay, we walk around on eggshells. We say was good for the people, not really what's necessarily good. Like for life in general. And this is how we end up in the same cycles of bullshit. And I'm here to throw my 2 cents and hopefully end some of this. Okay, because I disagree with a lot that's out there. I don't subscribe to the bullshit and the patriarchy and the programming that's out there. I say F all of that and I beat to my own drum. And this is an opinion where I'm gonna probably beat to my own drum again because, a lot of people feel one way and I completely feel the opposite. But we're gonna go ahead and get into it as soon as y'all go and like the video.
Yes, I am the leader of the new school. Bringing cotton and a whole lot of new bros. Giving the guys to the shit, get the people. This body, this song gets me through. Oh, no, I don't want to kiki ho. This shit right here on repeat, yo. Not here, one of y'all gonna see me though. In charge of the girls, that's Chi-Chi ho. I'm the motherfucking queen of the shit. Who you know, running up the green till it's lit. Throwing ass when the digits turn on my head. If a bitch talk shit, then it's shout to the lips, bitch. All my bitches say ignorant. All my bitches say hella bit. All my bitches say in the club, unless you can't handle it. All my bitches say ignorant. All my bitches say hella bit. All my bitches say in the club.
Okay, so the topic that y'all have been waiting for. If a man says he doesn't want your child and you make the decision on your own to have it, you also make the decision to raise it on your own. He should not be obligated 100 because you didn't consider him when you made the decision. So don't consider him when you're dealing with the results of that decision. So let's go through the comments. Tell that to a judge. Watch them send that brother a notice for child support payments. I'm not the smartest guy in the book, but if you don't want kids, use a damn condom, fellas. Condoms are cheap. Abstinence is free, but people not ready for that conversation. How about you both start using protection instead of traumatizing kids with your joint irresponsibility? Let's go through that. I encourage an abortion. Was he considered when he shot the club up or not? I want to hear what she's saying, but if you make a baby, you got to step up and take responsibility for your actions. Blah, blah, blah. Y'all both laid down and had intercourse. Oh, well. How about let's all stop fucking raw? At our big age, we can all admit that we know how to not get someone pregnant or get someone pregnant. Actions have consequences. Adults understand this. If a man doesn't want a child, there are things he can do to prevent pregnancy in the first place. ... No, you cannot absolve yourself because it's not what you wanted. You still have a responsibility. Please learn to mind your own uterus. The government is doing enough minding for us all. He made that decision when he decided to have unprotected sex, so he should handle his responsibilities. Let's keep going. And we're just going to scroll past my commentary because we're going to get into it. Let's keep going now. Pick me, choose me, love me. Girl, hush. I know a pick me shit when I see one. As crazy as it sounds, I'm not keeping a child a man tells me he doesn't want. Also, I'm not having raw sex with someone if we haven't decided we want kids together. I just don't understand the point of putting a child through disappointment and unnecessary trauma because me and another grown adult figure out how to use our reproductive organs the correct way. Ding, ding, ding. Somebody's smart, but we're going to keep going. Pick me, sure. Every 2 to 5 days, somebody posts exact topics like this. How about let's all stop getting raw? Y'all not tired? We could discuss so many other things. Until it's her. She'll change that when she has to learn from experience. I don't think I'm keeping a child a man told me he doesn't want. If he doesn't want to be a dad, then don't force it. Women do not get pregnant by themselves. He made that decision when he decided to have unprotected sex, so he should handle his responsibilities. Same way women say they don't want it and get rid of it, men should have the same voice. Y'all be wanting relationships, not kids. Yeah, this is definitely how I ended up on child support, but I was still there for my son even to this day. He didn't consider himself when he made the baby. Why are we talking about a whole human being as if it's just a material thing? To say a man shouldn't have to raise his own flesh and blood is insane. Okay, now let's take this over to Twitter because like I said, on Twitter today, I saw a very similar, if not the same damn near topic. And the person said this. What's your unpopular opinion about parenting that will have you like this? Oh, it's the same girl. It's the same exact girl. So let's see what they saying on Twitter. I didn't realize it was the same girl. Let's keep going. I hope they pick you. I hear this, but I'd argue the conversation doesn't begin when she finds out she's pregnant. It starts when intimacy is initiated. That's when both parties have equal say, and it's where accountability exists for both parties. Facts 100. Women can legally opt out of being mothers. Men should legally be able to opt out of being fathers too. His wallet, his choice. It's a lot of women on here with accountability issues. This was an awesome take. I agree. A lot of those women that do bring that unnecessary stress and turmoil upon themselves. So you have to deal with it. He told you he ain't want that baby the minute you informed him. So the single parenting is on you. This doesn't absolve him of his recklessness. What kills me about the women who don't ever agree on this take is having raw sex is optional. If you or him really didn't want the child, you have millions of options. A lot of them just keep the child with the hopes of keeping the man. Now let's get into my opinion. Okay. Now we're going to take it back to the neighborhood talk so we can read what I wrote. That got what? 1 like, of course. I said, y'all have got to stop telling the men to use a condom. Yes, they should, but do STDs not exist? Why is so many women out there openly opening their legs and letting men F them without condoms? Did we not all take sex ed? Like, this is a concept I will never understand. It takes 2 people to have sex, 2 to make a baby, but 1 person gets to be the sole decision that then affects 3 people for the rest of their lives. Yeah, nah. These men need to wrap it up, but girls and women also shouldn't just be assuming men have condoms. Like, why are you not concerned with protecting your body? Like, it can't be this is my body, don't police it, but then you don't want to protect it. Make that make sense, girl. And that's the conversation that we need to have. Because I see this horrible ass take too many times. Too many fucking times. Oh, the men need to bring a condom. Oh, the men need to wrap it up. Okay, but they're not, though. The Yelp reviews are there. The red flags are there that y'all overlook each and every single time. Miss me with this whole, I thought we was together. I thought that was my boyfriend. I thought. Well, bitch, stop thinking. That's how y'all keep getting in the same situation now. You thought, your mother thought, your aunt thought. It's just generations of fuck ups, I guess. Like, let's start having a real motherfucking conversation. Because I say it time and time again. I'm getting tired of me growing older, but y'all hoes not getting wiser. We should not in 2025 still be having the same motherfucking conversations that I was hearing in the beauty salons when I was sitting there with my mother as she was getting her hair done. The whole niggas ain't shit and don't trust this and don't trust your girl around your man and oh, that's a good man, Savannah, just let him cheat. Why are we still having these fucking conversations? Deal with your trauma. Because see, let me tell you what happens when you don't deal with your trauma and the codependency and abandonment issues that are there. What ends up happening is that either you grow up or your child grows up with all of that trauma. Then life decides to come in, kick you in your ass. Then you get a spiritual awakening, and then you want to come to me for guidance. And then I have to dig up all of that shit that you overlooked, all of that garbage that you just pushed under the bridge, pushed under the bed. See, we have this saying in life, oh, it's water under the bridge. It's water under the bridge. And that's exactly how people treat their problems. Everything is water under the bridge, water under the bridge. What happens when the bridge starts overflowing? What happens when now there's a tsunami, a hurricane? Because now all of that water that you put under the bridge, it's now overtaking the bridge and now it's flooding the city. Now people dying. Now what? Because people too afraid to go home, lay down with themselves and deal with themselves and their issues. Let's stop taking the problem in the situation to everywhere else, because we can, if we wanted to do that, we can, because we can take it all the way to the way that we're programmed since kids. I speak about it all the time, the whole Disney princess complex. From the second that you're born and push out the uterus, what do they tell little boys? Oh, you're so cute, you're adorable, you're going to be a heartbreaker when you grow up. Grooming that nigga to be a fuck nigga when he grow up. What do they tell little girls? Oh, we got to buy her a Barbie set so she can learn how to cook. Setting her up to be a housewife. Setting her up to please a man in this patriarchy. We could take it all the way back there, but we're not going to. Let's start at the fact that you see that your mother's single, you see that your mother alone, or you see that your aunt, your grandmother, people in your family, and even if not that, I'm sure you got friends and whatnot that have been through some shit. I'm sure that there's celebrities who have stories and whatnot out there, but somehow, some way along the way, we end up telling ourselves these stories. We start buying into these delusions. Oh, my cooking, my cleaning, it's the way I look, this BBL that I'm buying for him, but I'm going to lie and say that it's really for me, but it's really for him. Oh, this pussy, gonna keep a man. It's not. And neither is that baby. So we really need to start having the real conversations, because there are a lot of women out here who decide to lay down unprotected without condoms, knowing damn well that this could go 50-50. You can either have a child or not. But oh well, that's gonna bring us closer together. Oh, he bashing my head and oh, we going through arguments, whatever. It's okay because if I get pregnant, it's gonna bring us together. It's not. When has it ever? When has a baby ever saved the motherfucking marriage? Please stop. Please stop. That's part of the reason why divorce rates is so high now. Because you got incompatible people that's getting together, forcing themselves to try and play the part of being compatible. And then sitting there, they don't even like each other. But yet they stay together because, oh, the kids, until the kids turn 18. And then as soon as they turn 18, boom, divorce. And it's not even a broke bitch thing because it happens with people with millions of dollars. You know what they do? They go on a housewife show and then they let the TV and the cameras expose it for them. That's why every time you turn around on a housewife show, they getting divorced. Yeah, yeah. So it's like let's start back at ground zero. How about we start working on ourselves before we try to find somebody else? Let's start there. Because y'all talking about, oh, it starts at intimacy. No, it starts way before then. Maybe if we wasn't walking around so digmatized, okay, ladies thinking that every man that we meet is our next partner. Okay, and if I didn't say it, then it wasn't said. Don't let me throw a rock into a crowd of dogs and you the one that get hit and holler. Huh? Don't let me throw a rock into a crowd of dogs and you the one that holler because then I'm gonna think you got hit and it was for you. If it don't apply, let it fly. But what we cannot continue to do is sit and ignore the fact that there are so many people who believe that, yes, every man that they meet, every man that they encounter just has to be a partner, a lover, a boyfriend, a husband. That's not the way that it works. And then 9 times out of 10, y'all don't even be asking the preliminary questions when y'all meet these niggas. The second that you meet a nigga, I don't give a fuck if you meet him in person, online, what are you looking for? Are you single? Who do you live with? These are questions that you need to know and ask. Because who do you live with? He could live with his whole baby mother. Are you single? Because he could be in a whole relationship. And niggas lie. We know that niggas lie. But it's still your job to ask the preliminary questions, but you don't. You don't. Or you take the bullshit answers that they give you and then you overlook the red flags because, oh my God, he's so cute. Oh my God, he my type. Oh my God, I'm not really gonna be feeling him like that. I'm gonna just give him the booty. But okay. That's how we end up in a situation now where people think that Netflix and chill is something that should happen on the first date. No, my nigga, that's a privilege. FaceTime, yeah, that should come with appointments. These are privileges. But you got people that want to give it up so easily because they want to be with the man so bad. So they give it up on the first time, which makes it harder for the rest of the girls out there. All of this stuff relates. All of it relates. All of it relates. Okay. Because then when we get to the point of, okay, intimacy is here. Okay. Sex is happening. Okay. Well, before somebody can even have sex with you, you have to give them access. And that's where accountability comes in. That's where responsibility also plays a part. That, you know, these are parts of the story that a lot of people like to overlook. It's just the man, kind of. But before we get there, how does a nigga even have access to you? Because I'm sure that there was red flags. I'm sure. Like, I'm sure before Michael Myers decided to go out there and start killing the town, that there was signs that he was a cold-blooded killer way before that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, there is usually signs that you purposely overlook for whatever reason. If it's not your codependency issues, your abandonment issues, your, oh my God, he's so cute and he's just my type and I think he'd want. There's something there. Because it be there. And don't get me wrong. People, you know, people might fuck up here and there. Okay, you learn. Okay, but we're not all 12. We're not 12. And don't even get me started on that. Because I said since I was 16 that 16 and pregnant was a problem. I've been saying since I was 16 that it was going to go from 16 and pregnant to 32 and grandma. And then look at us now on TikTok praising motherfuckers for being 5 generations but still here. Because everybody had a baby when they was 12 and 13. Oh, y'all look so good. Why are we praising this? Why are we celebrating this shit? Like, that's an accomplishment. Like, that shit that we need to aspire after. Like, come on now. Like, I'm not here to tell people what to do with their bodies, but at the same time, I am if you being a dumbass. Like, absolutely not. I don't understand how y'all... like, you can't depend on these niggas to protect you any other time, but yet when it comes time to protect you with sex, what? You mean your greatest threat that you can't depend on to protect you, stand up for you any other time? You depended on him to bring the goddamn. Please make that make sense. Please make that make sense, because it doesn't. And like I said, were we not all in sex ed? Were we not all in health class? I'm sorry. When I was in that class learning about gonorrhea and syphilis and STDs and HIV and AIDS and all of that, I'm sure there was a couple of women in my class. Well, girls at the time, but in my class. So this whole concept of, oh, he should have wore a condom. Okay, well, he didn't wear a condom. Why you ain't bring none? What the fuck y'all out here teaching y'all daughters? Because I know y'all got them because clearly we don't like to use condoms. So what y'all out here teaching y'all kids? Are you only telling to your sons, oh, bring condom? Like, I don't understand that. I don't understand that. And I even get personal for a second because I remember when I was younger. I remember like, because me and my brother and my sister, we are 8 years apart, right? Like I'm 31 now. My brother's like what, 40, 39, whatever. And then my sister is like my age minus 8. I don't feel like doing the math. But I remember when I was like an age, and I want to say I was probably like 7, 8, and my brother and my cousin, because my cousin is a year younger than my brother. So I guess it was like 15, 16 or whatever. And I specifically remember one year for Christmas, obviously my mother used to buy games and all of that stuff or whatever, but that's not the point. One year for Christmas, there was an extra gift that my cousin and my brother got. And it was a whole bunch of like toiletries for boys, like, you know, socks and deodorant and but it was a bunch of condoms as well. And I just remember thinking, I wonder like if they was girls, would they have gotten that gift as well? Right? And so when I ended up eventually having a sister, because like I said, 8 years younger, whatever, I was wondering like, okay, is she gonna get that gift? Like, are we giving that to girls as well? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just be the things. So, like, so with so many ways that we could take it as far as like the way that girls and boys are groomed from a young age, but we're not going to do all of that when it comes time to you still making a choice to lay down with this fuck nigga, and then now that you got pregnant, now it's all his fault. No, bitch. Again, like I said in the post, what I said, it takes 2 people to have sex, 2 to make a baby, but 1 person gets to make the sole decision that then affects 3 people for the rest of their lives. Absolute bullshit to me. I'm sorry. If it was my way, I know that we don't like the courts and our family business and then our bodies and all of that. I get that. I totally understand. But when it comes to at least pregnancy, especially pregnancies in the hood and then teen pregnancies and then pregnancies like this that are reckless, I believe that the government should step in. I believe that the government should step in because it's selfish as fuck. If somebody tells you, I don't care if it's the man or the woman, if somebody tells you, because here's also the thing. We having a conversation of, oh, the man don't want it. But what if the woman doesn't want it, but the boy does? Are we still carrying that baby to full term? Huh? Or does the argument now shift to my body, my choice? You see how that, do you see how that, okay, and please don't try to hit me with the, well, every 2 out of 5 seconds and 30% of women, and do you know what happens when pregnancy happens? And on that table, they could, girl, miss me with all of that, because you should have been thinking about that when you laid down and gave said nigga access to you. Okay, let's not have the whole history and sex ed class lessons now. Where was those lessons at? Where was all of that learning and knowledge at when you sat down and gave said fuck nigga access to you? Like, please cut it out. I'm so sick of the excuse of, I didn't know he was a fuck nigga until I got pregnant. Girl, bitch, you knew before then. And you kept overlooking. Whether it was the generational trauma of that's still a good man, Savannah, let him cheat in peace. Or you just subconsciously, whatever. Girl, figure that shit out before you decide to lay down and have raw, unprotected sex. Because when I was a kid, we was all taught that unless you adult enough to handle the consequences after, then you should not be laying down doing those adult things. That's what I was taught. And mind you, still lost my virginity at 12 years old because I was fast. But listen, I'm not biological. I come pre-assembled, so it's a little different for me. Okay. Clock it, catch it. But I'm just saying, it's like that's what I was taught growing up. Like, unless you're adult enough to, and also too, because let's not act like I'm above. I'm a teen parent. So let's not act like I'm above, and a conscious teen parent at that. It was a conscious choice. Okay. So I'm not above. I'm just saying at some point, where do we break the generational curse? Because it's just cycle after cycle, people after people. And it starts with cutting the bullshit and being accountable, because once we're accountable, then we're able to take responsibility. But taking responsibility and being accountable is not sitting here in these comments saying, oh, it's the man. No, bitch, it takes 2 to lay down. You want to place all the blame on him, so now it's his fault, but you the main one that get to keep. Like, what? What if he wants to keep it? Are you still carrying that baby to term? Again, miss me with the whole data and a woman can almost die from childbirth. I don't give a fuck. Same way you don't give a fuck if you want to keep the baby. Like, cut it out. Cut it out. I think that is so unfair. And again, this might be one of them videos where it's just like it gets so under your skin, you unsubscribe. I don't know what to tell you, baby. Critical thinkers to the front, because it's not fair. And yes, a lot of shit in life ain't fair. A lot of shit in life just going forever be unfair. I get it. But with stuff like this, I know the long-term effects. And like I said, I am a spiritual therapist. I am a healer. I'm an astrologer. When I sit and I do my personal readings with people, we don't immediately jump into what's going on now. No, we look into your natal chart. We go into your past. I promise you, out of every single reading I've ever done, it's always childhood trauma that affects your now. It just is. And it's always codependency or abandonment issues somewhere deep down inside. And most people have not dealt with it. And I'll tell you, for every single reading that I've done, personal reading that I've done, I start them off by, explaining why I do what I do and why I even call my readings alignment readings, because my whole goal and my whole mission is to align you back to your highest self, to put the you back into the universe, to align you to your highest God, your highest soul, all of that. Because when you walk in your divine alignment, that's when life becomes easier for you. Okay, you're still going to go through bullshit, quote unquote bullshit, because it's all about perspective. Life has ebb and flows. Like, nothing is ever going to be truly easy, but the universe starts working with you when you walk on the path you're supposed to be working, that works for you specifically, right? But even with my readings, I say all the time, like, my goal is to help you realize shit now, so you're not 65 years old kicking yourself in the ass over shit that you wish you would have known at 25, right? My goal is to help you get there quicker, and realize that now. And 9 times out of 10, no matter what it is, you can ask about love, you can ask about a career, you can ask about anything. Childhood trauma is always going to come up because it's playing some way, somehow. Every single person on this earth has it. Doesn't matter their income, their gender, their sexuality, their birth gender. It doesn't matter. Nothing, none of that. We all have childhood trauma, and it all plays a part. And so me, as somebody that is a healer and in that field, it's like I see all the ways of how we can prevent certain things or circumvent certain things or try to make certain things easier, but it's just like nobody gives a fuck. And it's the same cycle over and over and over. And it's just like when you decide to lay down selfishly, not give a fuck, okay? Because even if, let's throw the baby out the equation. Like I said, we all took sex ed. We all took health. HIV is a very prevalent thing. Very real thing. And I know a lot of heterosexual biological women out there love to believe that it's just a gay man thing. No. Heterosexual biological women are some of the highest rates out there. Some of the highest rates. And it's not necessarily coming just from a man sleeping with a down low man. No. Educate yourself, baby. But I'm not here to argue over that. My point is that regardless of what the numbers are or whose numbers are higher, sexual health is a very important thing. Do you know when I got assaulted last month, I immediately went to the doctor, not only to obviously check my physical body and make sure I was in good, that I was going to be healing right, but I also went to go check and make sure I didn't contract something. Because especially as somebody that is very sexually liberated and sexually free, you know what I'm saying? Like, I take that serious. You know what I mean? So it's like, even baby aside, I don't understand why anyone is out here willingly just depending on the other person who 9 times out of 10, you don't know them like that. Because it's not like anybody's waiting 3 years before they sit down and have sex with a person. Like, come on, let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. We are in the era of the sneaky link. We are in the era of one night stand. We are millennials. We are Gen Z. We on these apps hooking up. Like, let's keep it real. It's what we do. I'm not here to shame anybody. Baby, if I meet you within 3 seconds, if I like you, I'm sucking your dick if I want to. Okay, I'm not here to shame at all. Okay, I like the kinky shit. I'm not going to kink shame you, girl. I'm just saying, why are we solely dependent? Like, I just never understood that. Because just like he can contract something and give it to you, you can contract something, baby. And then guess what? Now you're pregnant and now you gave it to the baby. Huh? Like, I don't understand. I don't understand. Especially with the rate that these men be out here killing women. You mean to tell me that you looking to your greatest threat to be the one that actually still protect you? Y'all still out here looking for, protector and provider. And half these niggas is fuck niggas. Come on, baby. Don't really get me up on my pedestal preacher. Please. Please. So I'm sorry. The whole logic of protect my body. I'm sorry. Don't police my body, but then you don't want to protect it. There's flaw. There's flaw there. There's flaw there. The government should not have access to anyone's body. The government should not necessarily be in anybody's bedroom. I don't agree with any of that. Okay? Do not police anybody's body. However, I will tell you what to do with it. At least protect it. Okay? At least, I'm going to give you advice. At least protect it. These men don't want to protect you any other time, but yet when it's time to lay down, you think he's going to protect you in that moment? I'm here to tell you, as a former nigga, okay, formerly reformed nigga, like, okay, what's up? What's up? Because you know she non-biological. Okay, what's up? Ain't nothing better than nothing in somebody. That's just the cold hard truth. I don't know who needs to hear that, but like, it's a good feeling. And it's a good girl. It's a great feeling to be done to that. Oh my girl. Woo! Baby. Woo, do we need to take a break? Baby. Because it's a great feeling to be nutted in. Or so I've heard. Listen. And that's when the parts is working, because girl, don't even get me started on all the niggas out here with ED. Erectile dysfunction, girl, because they out here. Child, my ex had it, but that's a whole other conversation. Wait for the story time, girl. 7 months of bullshit. Child. Ooh, I guess we done. I'm speaking now. Anyways, this is not about me. Personal problems not about to come out. I'm just saying. You were stupid if you're not carrying protection yourself. And I feel like if you go into a situation, and I get it, sometimes things happen. Okay, but girl, stop letting shit happen when you know the outcome. Girl, it's either baby or no baby. Like, come on now. Like at some point, we just gotta stop making excuses. Like, there's not a million options before things go down. Like, stop. Like, stop. You know what's gonna happen when you lay down with somebody. Either you're gonna get pregnant or you're not. Either you're gonna contract something or you're not. But see, that be the thing. A lot of people don't take sexual health seriously. Hell, y'all don't even be taking health seriously. Listen, how many of y'all laying down with niggas before you ask them when their last checkup was? Because we could really clock T. We could, let me put me on screen so you know I mean business. Because we could really clock T. Okay, because y'all be out here fucking niggas and don't even know when the last time they went to the doctor. Y'all be out here fucking niggas but don't even know the last time they had a checkup. Y'all be out here fucking niggas and they got cavities in their mouth and don't even know the last time they went to the dentist. That's how I know y'all don't be asking, what do you want? What are you looking for? Do you live with your girlfriend? Do you have a girlfriend? That's how I know y'all don't be asking the preliminary questions. Because you can't even tell me when the last time this month, like, and y'all know I'm not lying. And please, all my anomalies out there, don't get in the comment. I did, girl, ain't nobody talking about you, bitch. I'm talking about everybody else. And I can speak so boldly about it because I know I've been there. I be reckless too, but guess what? Again, I'm non-biological. I come pretty simple. I can't, as much as I try, girl. Because again, do I have to say, it feels really good to be nutted in. Listen. What? Listen. This ain't about me. Okay. It feels amazing, but, and I get it, you know, because I be in nightlife. Girl, like, I get it. You get caught up and swept away in the moment. But that's what I'm saying. Accountability and responsibility. Like, the same way I can sit and laugh and then also be like, girl, I don't always protect myself like I should. Like, that's what I wish we would do more as a community. Like, I respect people that keep it real. You know who I respect? I respect those bitches that's out there that's like, girl, I almost thought I was pregnant. Thank God I wasn't. I got so scared. Like, I respect people like that. Even if they like, girl, next time I'm gonna use a condom, and then don't. I respect that more than you getting pregnant or almost getting pregnant and then, oh, it's the man's fault. Girl, you had a choice as well. You had a choice as well. And that choice was made. And I just feel like if we're going to apply consequences to other choices, then that choice needs to be considered as well. Because again, like, what did I say on that post? How do we go from two people deciding to have sex to two people making a baby, but then only one person gets to make the sole decision that then affects three people for the rest of their lives? Because again, when it comes time to you making that sole decision to decide to keep the baby, ain't nobody coming with all the facts of, oh, certain amount of people die at childbirth, and no, I don't want this to be a situation like that J-Lo movie where the girl died and no, y'all don't do all of that. But if the man wants the baby, then it's time to whip out the history books and sit down and encyclopedias. No. I don't think it's fair. So argue with your mama about that, child. My mind is not changing on this. It's not. Condoms exist. And if you're going to be out here doing these adult things, be prepared for the adult consequences. Stop having babies because you think it's going to keep a nigga. It's not. Reality has shown you that time and time again. Please stop thinking your pussy and your cooking and your cleaning and all of that is going to change a nigga, because it's not. It's not. Okay? And please stop going down to the trap expecting a husband. You're not going to find one. Everybody keep asking, what was Sierra's prayer? What was Sierra's prayer? Sierra prayed for her motherfucking self. That's the problem. Y'all too busy praying to a man for a man. Again, living in this patriarchy, y'all digmatized. And it's not y'all, but y'all. You know what I mean? Praying to a man for a man in the patriarchy. Thinking that your greatest threat is about to come and protect you and save you. When they can't even provide protection. Like, when they can't even protect you from Adam Baby. Like, come on. Well, let's start using our heads here. Like, let's stop making these selfish ass decisions, because a lot of people treat kids like they tools or bargaining chips or a bag. And it's like, until you start seeing that, oh, there's 5 fingers and 5 toes, and you know, or 10 fingers and 10 toes, and oh, that's an actual breathing lung person. Like, okay, then that's when you realize, oh, this is a human being. But like, in hell, even then, until they turn a certain age, you still look at them as a bargaining chip, a tool. Look, it's like, these are human beings with whole ass lives. And some of y'all is actually out here birthing the next generation of fuck niggas and serial killers. So like, seriously, let's cut it down. Let's like, because again, we're not having the real conversations. Every baby is not about to be an angel. I know we like to look at babies like that, like, oh, so precious. So then who raising the serial killers? Who raising the fuck niggas that's out here terrorizing the rest of us? Like, let's be real. Some of y'all, like, stop. Some of y'all don't need to procreate. Just because you can don't mean you should. And I know that's a hard pill, like, I know somebody probably going to go, you trans, you fucking tranny, you fucking man in the wig. How did you going to say? Because I just did. Again, I'm the bitch who motherfuckers come to when they get so tired and fed up and sick and tired of being sick and tired, because life is whooping their ass and spirit is on their ass to go get help. I'm the motherfucker that got to sit with people and unpack their trauma and unpack their childhoods and unpack all of that. Yeah. Big Brie. That's me. Yeah. See, because what a lot of people don't understand is that every child deserves a parent, but not every parent deserves a child. Every child deserves a parent, but not every parent deserves a child. Some of y'all can't even take being child at Disney Playland for more than 2 minutes. Some of y'all get irritated as fuck. Some of y'all walk into restaurants, hell, McDonald's will leave your whole tray there, be rude as hell to the customer service agents and da da da. It's just like, oh, I wonder how that's going to translate into parenting. You sure you got the patience for this type of job? You sure you got the patience for a little rugrat to be coming up to you asking you what's 2 + 2? Girl. Again, every child deserves a parent, but not every parent deserves a child. And everything is not always the man's fault. I get that we live in a patriarchy and it's so easy to just blame niggas because they usually at fault for a lot of shit. But come on. Because again, what the fuck are you raising your child to do? What the fuck are you telling your daughter? Or let me guess, you just buying condoms for your sons, but you letting your daughters go out there free-nilly? And everything I'm saying, we could translate this even into the whole conversation of how little girls should be dressing. And that might be too deep of a conversation to get into, so I'm going to just touch on it just a piece. But even that whole conversation of, oh, she should be able to dress however she want. No, bitch, not in this world. Not in this world. What are you, delusional? What are you, sick in the head, sicko? Is niggas out there that rape, kill, still do anything for a thrill? Okay? Cut it out. Cut it the fuck out. No, you cannot wear whatever you want. No. Maybe around the house, maybe around your room, maybe around your apartment when you get old enough to pay rent, but no, you're not. You're not. And sure, we should not be policing a woman, or I'm sorry, in this case, a little girl's body, but unfortunately we have to, because there's sickles out there who weren't raised right, who don't give a fuck. So instead of waiting until something bad happens and then complaining like most of y'all do, because that's what y'all do. Y'all emotionally reactive, emotionally impulsive. Y'all wait for something to happen so then you could complain and trauma bond. And then boom, cycle happens all over again because we never take accountability. We never reflect and try to learn from what just happened. We'll never do that because that's never a solution. We'll never do that. So instead of doing all the, and waiting for something to happen, no, we're gonna circumvent. We're gonna prevent this from happening. There's sickos in the world, so hey, certain things you don't need to be dressed like that. No, I'm not policing you. It's okay. Freedom of expression. Yeah, fashion model, Nara Smith down. You could be all that. Just protect yourself. Because again, what conversations are we having with our kids? Like I read these comments online. I see these debates online and it scares me because I'm just like, what are you telling your daughters? Are you telling your daughters, oh, go out there and just trust a man, oh, willy-nilly? I mean, even though they killing us women at alarming rates, you should be able to trust them with your body. Girl, if you feel like you want to lay down with him and you feel like you want to make a baby with him, or even if you're not sure if you might get pregnant, girl, just go ahead. No condom. Girl, don't worry about HIV, girl. What? We ain't even got a history of that. Like, what the fuck are you telling your daughters? What are you telling them? I just don't understand. Everybody should be prepared. Same way in those situations with assault and all of that. Arm your daughters with the right information. With the right information. Hey, there's sickos out there. I understand you want to have your fashion sense and you want to dress a certain way, but understand there's people who don't give a fuck. And there's also people who don't fuck regardless of what you're wearing. But you know what you do? Here, boom. These 10 tips. Also, make sure you got some mace on you. You got, set your iPhone to whatever you need to so you can just shake it up and the cops can come, whatever. Like, again, I'm concerned. What are we telling the kids? What message are we sending? Because all I see that's covered up in this fake wokeness, this fake concern is niggas ain't shit. That's all I say. When we're trying to have a genuine conversation about two people making a baby and how that baby gets here, and all y'all can scream out is niggas need to wear condoms, what it's giving me is y'all hate men and men are the problem. And that's sad. That's sad. Because they could be the problem. And y'all can hate them. That's fine. But that's a separate conversation than this. And I ain't even touch on the whole point of like having still deciding to have a baby and then the man not wanting it. Because that's a whole other conversation that I'm going to touch on just a tad. Because that is part of this video. Like I said earlier, I feel like there needs to be a mediator. At the point in which one or two people decide to have this baby, a mediator needs to sit down with those two people that created that baby. And the conversation needs to be had. It's not about policing anybody, but it's about setting shit in stone. Okay? Because see how it's don't police my body, but then if that nigga not acting right, or just because you woke up one day and decided this is what you want to do, you know how you go to the court and then want to file child support? Yeah. So it's like either we want the courts involved or we don't. I get it. We don't want them in our uterus. I get it. But at the same time, it's like, understand when they can be of use. And what I'm saying in this particular situation, this hypothetical that I'm giving, they can be of use. And I feel like whenever two people are expecting a baby, there needs to be a mediator right before the baby comes. Or hell, it could be in a delivery room right before the signature of the birth certificate. There needs to be a mediator. Actually, I'll take it a step further. Maybe there needs to be some therapy involved. Some, just like it's premarital therapy, there needs to be pre-parental therapy. Oh, that might be too deep for y'all. Because what if the consequences, just like with premarital therapy, it's like the consequences, y'all don't end up married. What if you don't end up a parent because you unfit? clock it. That might start getting too deep, and then people start getting too personally attached, and then suddenly fake start caring about this child that was here, but that they ain't give a fuck about till now. So now you faced with the decision of the child being taken away. But the whole time it was a bargaining chip just to keep this nigga around, thinking that it was going to save the relation. Like, yay. But we need to wake this shit the fuck up. We do. We really do. And there needs to be a mediator. There needs to be some sort of pre-parental therapy. Not even if it's not like a solid thing where it's like the mediator gets to decide whether or not you keep the child. I feel like it should be maybe more even of like a guidance thing where it's like, I strongly advise this. Like, maybe not give up the baby, but I strongly advise you to seek out these levels of support because you're going to need it. Not calling you an unfit parent, but there's areas where you are deficient in that lack. You know how, like, they can find some legal jargon and some professional way of saying it. Bitch, you unfit, but I can't say that to you because you'll have a whole meltdown and you might kill you in a bit. Like, so instead of doing all that, I'm gonna just say to you, hey, I noticed that there's some areas of deficiency for either you as the single parent or both of you. Here's some areas of support that you might want to consider. Like, that would help. But more importantly, I feel like when it comes to two people expecting a baby, there needs to be a mediator that sits down and asks, do you want to be in this child's life? Do you want to be in this child's life? And whoever says no, they should legally not be obligated to sign. I don't give a fuck how that baby was made. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. It's 2025. If you still laying down with these niggas, like, again, people fuck within 5 6 a meeting. Miss me with this whole, he sold me a story. Okay, girl, they all sold us stories. We've all been told that. We've all, like, come on. It's not an excuse anymore. It's not an excuse. It's not an excuse. It's not an excuse. And I just think it's selfish. You like, so maybe it shouldn't be like, maybe maybe at the term of the birth certificate signing, that should be like the last point. Maybe it should be like, soon as you find out that you're having a baby, right? And then that way the mediator can get to know you throughout the pregnancy and then check in. Okay, check in. We still good? Y'all still both want to do it? Okay. Right? But at the time that you realize you're having a baby, I feel like there needs to be a mediator, and that mediator needs to check in with both parents together, also separately. And if a parent says no, they should legally be able to back out. So that way you can now decide while you're still in the window of having an abortion. Oh, is that something we want to do? Oh, I'm against abortion. Okay, that's cool. But the option is there on the table if you want to do it. And if you want to do it, understand you're going to be raising this child alone. And legally, this person has no ties. Oh, but he fucked me and he sold me a story. Okay, but girl, this is somebody who does not want to be tied to the child. So again, the fact is, Miss Ma'am, because you also still chose to lay down, knowing that this was a possibility. You as an adult consciously made a choice to engage in an adult act, knowing that there was a severe possibility that this person would not want to be involved, and you still chose to have unprotected raw sex. Hell, even the bitches don't have condoms. At what point do y'all say, nigga, go get one? Like that's what's blowing me. It's like, even if you're not going to provide, at what moment do you say, okay, nigga, pull out, you got to go get a condom? Like, that's my problem here. It's like there's no accountability anywhere. It's just, it ain't on me, it's on him. No, you can't say it's on him when he was just in you. Clock it. You now pregnant and want to say it's on him, but he was just in you and you let him in. Please make that make sense. Please make that make sense. Girl, you now pregnant. Now you saying it's on him, but he was just in you because you opened your legs and let him in. So that's my solution. There needs to be a mediator. The second that you find out that you're having a baby, the mediator needs to meet with both parents separately, then together. Okay, because people lie or people might not tell the truth. feeling under pressure if the other person there. So separately and then together. And then the mediator needs to come check in every step of the way. Maybe not every single doctor visit, but how many trimesters is it? 3? So check in every trimester. And then once right before the birth certificate is signed, just to double check. You sure? Okay. And also the mediator should give the guidance and some assistance. Like, hey, I've been checking in with y'all throughout the pregnancy. I checked in with y'all 3-4 times now. It feel like you don't really want to do this. Now that the baby here, I understand you feeling all different because you see the baby and da-da-da-da. But like, as a mediator, as somebody that's around these type of situations, I know how this works. You're getting caught up in the moment, and now life is flashing before your eyes, and you're thinking all of these shoulda, coulda, wouldas. That's only gonna last for this moment. Those feelings are not gonna reign true 5 weeks from now. Cause see, like life is complicated. People are complicated, and I don't think people understand this stuff when y'all start giving out these rush ass answers that says, "Oh, it's all his fault." Da-da-da. Like, people go through stages. Like, you can have a fuck nigga that's like, "No, I don't want to be involved. No, cross me off the list." And mind you, I don't think because a man says that he doesn't want to be involved that he's automatically a fuck nigga. That's not what makes somebody a fuck nigga. No, because if you a fuck bitch for laying down with somebody like without double checking, let's start there. But people don't even consider the fact that somebody can say no up until now the baby here, now you holding the baby, and now you feel different. However, again, a mediator will be the one to step in and say, hey, you've been saying no this entire time. Now that we're at the final checkpoint and it's time for you to sign this paper, now all of a sudden you're saying yes. I think you really need to sit and take some time with this, because while a sudden change of heart is possible, at the same time, I just don't know if we can trust it, because all the data up until now shows that you've been uninterested. But now there's these feelings of nostalgia with you being a child and your parents and your lack of father presence. And, I get it. You're caught up in emotion. You're swept away by emotions. And, you got the child in your hands and you're feeling a little bit different. But can we trust this? Will this last? Because see, what ends up happening is now you have the person that's been saying no all of this time. They get caught up with emotion. They sign. And then here you go, swept away in a fantasy and an illusion once again, because you're not smart enough and intelligent enough or have enough emotional intelligence on your own to realize, oh, this is just a game. Oh, this is just, something for right now. This is temporary. So y'all go home, y'all do the whole little fatherly, motherly, let's do the little family thing for about a month until reality sets in. And then he realizes he don't really want that baby. He don't really want that baby. And you got so carried away thinking that y'all was finally about to be a family. And then now it becomes a fight in court over child support. Not even whether or not you really need it. It's just, I want to take this nigga through hell. I want to, come on. All of this stuff happens every day. And again, miss me with the anomalies. Miss me with the, oh, that's not my situation. Oh, no, I got child support because I actually really needed it. Okay, that's you. That's you. Because that's a whole other conversation that I see happens a lot. Especially with these celebrities, especially people try to rush to the comments and be like, no, why is it that every time a woman files for child support, they try to act like every woman that did. Okay, we know that's not you. Maybe not you, but there are a lot of women who do get a whole lifestyle from somebody's paying child. Like, come on. Life is about dualities, and then there's multiple storylines and people that exist out there. Okay. Every time somebody throw a rock into a crowd of dogs, you don't have to be the one that hollers, baby. You was nowhere near that rock. Like, relax. But yeah, that's my solution to all of this. Like, because I do feel like it's unfair. It takes 2 people to make a baby. Okay, 2 people to have sex, 2 people to make a baby, but one person gets to make the sole decision that then affects 3 lives. I don't think it should work like that. I don't. People say a lot to get sex. And that's really what it is sex. Nobody's thinking that far into having a baby. But just like we want to call it out about the man not thinking about having a baby, clearly the women aren't either. If you're not providing protection, or at the very least saying, hey, go to the store and get protection when you see that he doesn't have it. Why are you allowing somebody that you don't even know if you look? Because do you not understand? I don't think people understand when it comes to a baby and when it comes to marriage, these are businesses. And a lot of people like to say, oh, till the child turns 18. No, that's till the child dies. This is for the rest of their lives. Because sure, you're going to have to deal with them in school and sports and all of that. But okay, what happens when the child wants to then get married? When the child then graduates from college? When the child, you know, is sick and maybe on their deathbed? Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, it's for life and it's a contract. So it's just like the same way where you wouldn't take your money and invest it into a bad stock. Why are we investing our money? Well, more so our hearts and our time and our soul and our energies into people that we don't trust. And that goes for men and women. We already know why niggas do it, because any hole is a goal. And that's another sad reality that a lot of women need to come to grips with. Any hole is a goal. They don't get it from you, they'll get it somehow. And trust me, because I hate to be the one to wake people up. And it has nothing to do with me being trans, but any hole is a goal. And it has nothing to do with, oh, men being down low. No, there's ways to get, there's ways, more ways than anywhere where a nigga might whip his dick out. Locker room, gym, bathroom, public bathroom, urinal. Like there's ways to accomplish what they need to and keep it moving. Because there's no scratch at a stain on their life, because it's a random occurrence that happened that they never have to think about again. Like, I could really shake the table with some realities right now, but I'm not going to. I'm just saying, men and women, when it comes to marriage, when it comes to babies, when it comes to relationship, when it comes to sex, these is all contracts. Okay, people love to be like, oh, soul contract. But yes, when it comes to a baby and then when it comes to marriage, it becomes an actual business contract. And the same way that men need to be thinking about all the possibilities, so do women. And I'm placing even more accountability and blame on women, because you are the ones that get to decide what happens next. You are the one whose life is immediately affected. What happened to the saying, with great power comes great responsibility? What happened to that saying? So I don't know, because I feel the same way when it comes to Chris Brown and Trey Songz and then all the sexual allegations that they get. I mean, Trey Songz been quiet since all of them cases came out a couple of years ago. He been real quiet. You ain't heard a peep out of Trey Songz, but it's the same way with that I feel. It's just like, after like the 10th bitch that comes out pressing charges, I don't want to hear no more. Because the red flags is there. The Yelp reviews is there. But again, it goes back to my cooking. My pussy is so good. My pussy is fatter. My pussy is wetter. I'm not like that. Girl, fuck them other girls before. They was just haters. They just jealous. You know, you got an ex that tries to come and tell you and give their experience. Oh my God, she just jealous. And she, oh my God. And then especially, don't get me started, because if you male identify or you a pick me, or if you child so dickmatized, you gonna believe whatever he tell you. Oh, don't trust her. She was just crazy and she just stalking me. She just on my dick. You different though. Girl, this is stuff that we need to start being accountable for. Because once you become accountable, then you can take responsibility. You can hold yourself responsible. But we don't want to talk about all of this stuff in the ways in which we overlook. So I don't know. This conversation is deep. It's super deep. But I just feel like it's way bigger. Just like a lot of situations, is way bigger than just, oh, it's the man's fault. No, because like I said, now that you're pregnant, you can't put it all on him when he was just in you because you let him in. You can't do that. You cannot do that. Cannot do that. So let me know what y'all thought about all of that. Zen in the comment box below. I was not expecting to be here for an hour, girl. But listen, Pastor Aubrey, okay? Pastor Aubrey. Big Bree. Okay? Girl, go book a reading. Not on thealanisouls.com because the website is down right now. Okay. So you got to DM me on Instagram. DM me on Instagram, get a personal alignment reading so I can whoop that ass back into shape. What happened? I'm just putting the you back into the universe, girl. Okay. But yeah, this is one of them topics where I know people gonna get mad. I know people gonna get in their feelings. Keep it cute. Keep it cute, because I will be blocking bitches. Keep it cute. Seriously. Keep it cute. Because this one of them topics where people keep it cute. Okay, because people are trying to take it all over the world. You a tranny, you a man in a wig. You don't even understand what's going on. Girl, shut the fuck up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. And another thing that people like to do, like I said, because I'm a teen parent, I get it. But at the same time, it's like that I see a lot of people like to do to other people is, you don't even have kids. You would never understand. So I don't know what it's like to be a kid. Huh? Like, why y'all be telling people, oh, you don't have kids, you don't understand? But they were once a kid. You were also once a kid. So sometimes you gotta put yourself in your kid's situation. Like, and then also I'm a human being that's around other people that might have kids. Like, cut it out. Cut it out. Cut it out. But like I said, if I didn't say it, then it wasn't said. But if you throw a rock into a crowd of dogs, the only ones that's gonna holler is the ones that got hit. Otherwise, let's turn the critical thinking on. Let's turn that on. Let's turn that on. Because if you keep doing what you've always done, you're going to get what you've always got. And the definition of keep doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results, is insanity. And it's a lot of insane things that I see that occur every single day because y'all are so busy trapped up in the programming, trapped up in society's conditioning. And that's exactly why we in 2025 still having those same conversations that I said we was having 25 years ago when I was sitting in the beauty salon with my mother. Because again, you keep doing what you've always done, you're going to get the same results you've always got. And to keep doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results, that's insanity. So let me know what you thought about all of that. Dan in the comment box below, child, as if I gave a fuck. Okay, and definitely make sure that you stream my music as a beauty put. Okay. Child, because Future, Nick Cannon, Kodak Black, and Diddy who? Right, because how many kids they got? And people keep procreating with them. Why? Girl, get out my face. Get out my face.
Tell you every time I saw on the bed, none of these bitches is touching you. She's a dime to these hoes.